Welcome back to Fat Lady Chats. How are you all doing? I hope y'all doing great. This is a great day. It's cold here in Georgia. And, it's going to be cold on Christmas Day, they say. It's not going to get no higher than 20. Okay, so, hey, let's talk about the Potomac Reunion Part 2. Of course, we see that it did not do as good. It couldn't top Part 1, but that's okay. But I want to talk about, first they started with Ashley and her husband. They did another clip where her husband pinched another man on the butt. I seen that. And he just didn't care. Pinched the man and walked out. I don't know if he be drunk or on drugs or what, but that's so disrespectful. That's just like a man pinching a woman on the butt. It's just sexual harassment. I just feel like that. So Ashley, brushed that off like it wasn't anything. But I already know what she's trying to do. She's on her second baby. I think I had posted, I don't know if she's just naive or just out of it or just don't care. I don't know. But I know she had faith in him, and I understand when she said until he prove her wrong, which he is. He gonna do it. Something going on with her husband. We're gonna get off that subject. So we're gonna talk about Monique. Okay. So seemed like Monique thought something had happened when she got in the conflict with Candace. So you seen they played the clip twice, right? So Monique started that, and she seen stuff that really didn't happen. Everybody was a witness to it. So I don't understand. I think when it just boiled down to it, she put all her aggression, all her depression, or everything that she was going through towards that little girl, Candace. And I call her a little girl because she's very young. And, she's kind of on a naive side too. Yeah, she run her mouth like a little kid, So I just feel like Monique chose the weakest person to try to fight. Now, who she should have been trying to fight was Charisse. But I'm very sure she about scared to death for her. Charisse just don't look like she played at all. I'm sorry. She looked like she probably would have put her through some things. One thing that Monique picked out by her being from the streets or know people from the street or has been once in the streets, I don't know. I don't know Monique. I know she a pretty girl on TV, and she seemed to be an educated woman, okay? She probably don't realize Giselle, Ashley, Candace, and Karen don't know nothing about no streets, okay? Karen a country woman. So she know that they have had their life pretty well. So they don't know nothing about the hood. They don't know nothing about being ghetto. They don't know nothing about fighting. So either way it go, I think all those women gonna be uncomfortable at a certain point. Even Karen, even Ashley. Ashley don't know nothing about no fighting. I think a person like that I wouldn't want to be around. How about if you say the wrong thing and then Monique jump up and sock you in the eye? I know, I'd be scared to death of her. Personally, I don't be around people that, especially at this age, that I know that have violent tendencies. Okay? First of all, I like my livelihood too much. And when you around those type of people, you can lose everything. You can because what they do now, if you're in some kind of conflict with another woman, they're going to lock you on up too. Whether it's your fault fighting not by you even trying to defend yourself, both of y'all going to jail until they figure out who started or what the problem was. And while you in jail, you can lose your job. So I love my livelihood. So what you need to do is don't be around people like that. I'm not around violent people. I probably used to be because I was naive when I was in my 20s or, your teens or whatever. But, as far as that, I'm not no good fighter. I'm not no fighter like that. I got nails on. I don't want to do all that. I'm about like Karen. I would have called the police too. Because I'm not going to sit around and fight you. That's number one. And I don't want nobody messing up my face. Okay? That's number two. So, and I don't want you pulling off my wig or dragging my head down. So I'm not doing all that. If I can't speak my mind without you putting your hands on me, then I really don't need to be around you, and you really don't need to be my friend. So I feel like this. I know somebody said this on Facebook, and I had to try to get them to, explain this to them a little bit, because I think they got it finally. Somebody said on Facebook, well, Monique didn't do much in that. If she was in the streets, if Candace was in the streets, it'd be worse than that. But the deal is, Candace not in the streets. Monique wasn't in the streets. That's the thing. She was on national television. She's supposed to be a role model. She's a wife. She got kids of her own. So by you putting your hand on another human being, I think it's just totally wrong. That's number one. Candace born with a silver spoon in her mouth, so she didn't go to no hood rat school. She don't know nothing about fighting. None of them ladies do. Only person who might do is Monique. So I quite don't get that. Now, if you want to fight and all that, yeah, it's okay. You go to prison system. That's a good thing to know how to fight. And if you're in the streets, yeah, you're going to have to be out there to defend yourself. But when you start being in another different caliber of people, they're not using their hands. Guess what they're going to use? Their brain. And they're going to get you on your pocket. Okay? So we have to learn how to control ourselves in order to use our brains and hit somebody in the pocket. Okay? So Candace, yes, she does talk too much. God knows she got on my nerves last night. Running her mouth, knowing that she said she's suffering from all this anxiety. Well, I have anxieties, right? So if I was suffering from all that anxiety, I wouldn't be talking in the back. Somebody know what my ass on national TV. I wouldn't be keep saying that, because I'd be scared to death that girl gonna jump up and whoop my ass again on TV. So that part I didn't get, and I saw the security, all that. It didn't matter, because security was around there when they did that show. And Monique almost tore that girl wig off her head. So I don't know how that's going to be. But I just want to put two things out there before I go. Number one, y'all need to go all the way back when Ashley first started on Potomac. Okay? People are trying to give her like a pass. Ashley was double Candace. How she did Robin and Warren, talk about how they had no money, they bankruptcy, and talking about how Warren was cheating on on Robin and all that. You could tell Ashley one thing, and guess what? She'd go back and tell the whole world. Y'all go back and look at that. So what worries me is this a color thing. It's because Candace a little darker. Is everybody want to say she's more aggressive or want to say that she's worse? Ashley was worse. And if we want to get on Atlanta Housewives, Kenya was worse when Portia got into it with Kenya. So I quite don't get that at all. So Ashley was horrible. Y'all go back and look at that. And I don't know if it was the way she said things where everybody passed her. But I could have sworn that I could have more understood if Robin would have knocked Ashley out. Okay? But the point I'm trying to make, Ashley was horrible. She was worse than Candace. What I'm saying, nobody put their hands on Ashley. Everybody had self-control. Okay? So, here it is. When Monique get on there, we see from time to time, Monique don't have no self-control. But she tried to fight Robin. Do y'all remember that? Okay? So, she don't have no self-control. She don't have no remorse. She didn't try to apologize. That girl was still crying on the reunion. She didn't go over there and say, I'm sorry, or nothing. I can understand it been past a year. But if you're a Christian, you got to know you were wrong by putting your hands on somebody else's child. You got to know that's wrong altogether. And it doesn't matter if she feel like she right or not. She touched someone else that's violent, and she should apologize to that young lady. Period. Those folks do not know how to fight. Why you think Giselle got so scared and hired her a bodyguard? They not finna do that. They not gonna, that's the show all about running your mouth, saying stuff. Nobody don't want nobody around there. They can run their mouth and somebody hit them in the face.
Mess up their pretty face.
Mess up their pretty face and their pretty hair. If you're in the jail system, that's a different ballgame, yeah. If you out there in the streets working, that's different. But let me tell y'all some things. Young folks, old folks. You cannot go in these corporate world and thinking that you're going to be using this and thinking you're going to get promoted or you're going to keep your job. They're not. They're going to overlook you all the time. If you are a person with conflict, they're going to overlook you every time, I promise. And it's going to be sooner or later you're going to go out the door. They don't want to deal with that because they don't deal with it. They can say what they want to say, do what they want to do. They don't deal with physical things. Okay? And if they do, trust me, they're going to take you to court. When Monique married that man, she knew then her whole life has changed. And I know that you can't tell me that her husband wasn't disappointed just a little bit. Because he's an accomplished man. And I do have this feeling that Monique, deep down, probably would never do this again. And probably is taking counseling. And she probably would never, ever do this again, ever. I guarantee you. She probably won't. And I know she don't got a lot of heat on it, but I do believe being a God-fearing child, she was wrong, and she still need to apologize to that woman first. And Candace need to apologize for the stuff that she has said to her. But like Monique find out, it ain't about Candace. It's about everybody else. Giselle is the one who pushed her back to keep her from fighting that girl. So it's a lot of things going on. And I think that she never did confront Sharice. I'm wondering why. Did this affair really happen? Because you would think the type of woman that she is, she gonna jump on a little kid like that. And, you know, why you didn't touch bases with Sharice? Talk to her. Why you didn't let her know how you felt about putting your business out there like that? It's a one-sided thing on that, and that part I don't get. But I was disappointed in her. She's a pretty woman, and I know she know better. It's like a disconnect somewhere. If y'all didn't look at her eyes, she just totally disconnected. How can you be disconnected with another woman who's sitting there crying and can't get over? But I don't think it's no PSTD, whatever. I don't think it's nothing. I don't think it's no anxiety. It's more embarrassment. But you still should apologize. You still should tell this other black woman, I am so sorry. And the friend who she with, she just don't know all the bad things that Ashley has done to other people. It has been horrible. Ashley just started changing last year. She just started changing. Those women do not know anything about fighting. I don't see. If I were Ashley, I wouldn't want to be. Because if you want to have a friend, you want to be able to say what you want to say to your friend without them putting their hands on you. So if I were her, I worry if that Monique don't get no help, I couldn't be that close to her. I got a new baby, and then she been jumped on me and beat me up right in front of my child. Because if you can't put your feelings in check, don't know which one is what, who you need to be angry with, and you're going to take it out, you may take that crap out on me one day. Leave me looking stupid. No, I don't feel that one. That's not gonna happen. So I just wanted to throw that out there. We got to leave the past in the past. When we trying to move up and do better, Yeah, the streets got a place. But when it comes to you doing business, that's the streets. You gotta let the streets stay out there. Period. That's all it is to it. But I like all them women. I don't know. I think the one step that will make me feel better about Monique once you do apologize to Candace. Now, will Candace receive it? Is she too immature to accept it? Possible. But at least Monique would have been already done what she needed to do. Say, I'm sorry. I should have never put my hands on you. And then, so, you know, it's like that, you know. But my husband make me sick sometimes. It come here to say the same thing over and over again. But anyway, all right. So I'm going to get back on here probably tomorrow. I got 2 movies I want to talk about. I want to talk about Mom Rainey Black Bottom. That touched my heart. That was really good. She was a boss. Viola Davis did that part. She put on a fat suit, put some gold teeth in her mouth and everything. If that wasn't awesome, I don't know what. Then I want to talk about this Asian movie called Do Do So So Lo La La Do. Oh, that was the best love story. I bawled my eyes out. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to have 2 more videos. One on each. We're going to talk about both of them. I don't want to tell you too much. If you know you hadn't seen Mom Rainey Black Bottom, don't look at that video yet. And Do So La La Soul. If you hadn't looked, I'm going to give you bits and pieces about it. It's the best love story ever. I'm going to tell you why that was the best love story. Boy, I can't wait to talk to you all about that. But anyway, hit the like button, okay? Subscribe to my page. And y'all have a great Monday evening. Bye-bye.